And tell us, why was it so important to you that you write your book?
Yes, thank you, Dom, so much for that great intro. And I want to say thank you for having me on the show. I do want to take a quick minute to go ahead and throw some accolades to you because I think that this is very special, not only just being innovative, but to be thoughtful and caring, to have a show. There's more to the story. Because as an author, these books and this content means so much to us, and to have someone want to stretch that and build off of that, I think that's beautiful. So I really appreciate what you're doing here, and I thank you for inviting me to be on the show. So to answer your question, yes, I've been practicing for 23 years. It was a calling. My grandfather was a chiropractor, so I chose to go into the field as well. After, in my intro, you said there was 2 events that occurred. These events made it even more significant to me. I always kind of thought I wanted to heal my region, right? And when these things occurred, I realized that I do have knowledge and I have matured enough I have a good, strong voice and opinion, and I can share it with the world to help us evolve and get the world to come that we've been promised.
Wow. That's amazing. And I know we're going to dig deeper into that as we continue with the interview. And I know that you have a lot more that you would love to share with us, that you will be sharing with us on this morning. DC, one of the things that I wanted to do as I was bringing you on as a guest is I wanted to take our listeners behind the story, behind the book, and give
Right.
them a glimpse into the story that actually formed. A lot of times when people are writing these books, there are things that are happening in the background that
Right.
not everybody is aware of. And that's one of the things that I seek to do here on the show. More to your story is I love to be able to bring the audience behind the scenes, if you will, and kind of pull back the curtain. That
Right.
way they get a glimpse into the story behind the book. I have a couple of questions for you, but before I do that, I want to kind of set things up with a little short synopsis of making sense of health by engaging the 5 senses. The 5 senses are what we use to perceive our physical world. The earth was designed for humans to thrive. It provides everything that we need to live a loving, healthy, and abundant life. Making sense of health by engaging the 5 senses uses scripture and philosophy to question if humanity can rise to the promise of a golden age. DC, I'll be honest with you. When I read this synopsis and when I think about your book, obviously making sense of health is a very intriguing and a very challenging book at the same time. As the author of Making Sense of Your Health, what would you say is the main message that you want your reader to walk away from the book with?
So the focus of my book is to heal mind, body, and your soul. That's the completed man that we're promised. Immortal bodies with eternal souls in the scriptures that we've read. So I took it back to the basics and went back to book 1, Genesis, right? And my whole concept was the laws of the universe for the Garden of Eden, right? Um, and your 5 senses are what has developed through my practice, because this is how you build your reality. Okay, so those senses are feedback. It's all energy, vibration, frequencies that we're involved with. And so those are the stimuli that give you your truth, right? So the more of these senses that you can engage with, the more perception of the truth you're going to get. So as you go back to the basics, I feel like we are being pushed in our society for more artificial, synthetic is the only way that we can evolve. I disagree. And the book helps prove my point, where I state right in the beginning, I believe we're the original AI downloaded from the cloud, and we are way more powerful than any supercomputer that can come out. We just haven't given ourselves permission to unlock that power. 1 gram of DNA holds 700 terabytes of information. That's 70 billion books in 1 gram of our whole body. So we're designed to know everything from the beginning of Let There Be Light. That's you.
Wow. Wow. That is incredible. I had no idea. I never heard that before. That is profound. When I think about these drives that you could buy on Amazon or different places now, and it's get 2 terabytes of space, and it's like, okay, that's a lot. That's going to last me a long time. So when you start talking about hundreds and thousands worth of terabyte, that is just mind blowing. This is so incredible, DC, and I really appreciate the work that you've done here with your book. I'm curious to know what inspired you to even do this work and to write this book.
Yeah, so the book is split into 2 categories. It's basically 2 books. So the first half of the book is built off of the physical body. The second half focuses on healing the soul. So the events that pushed me towards this, last year, me and my wife celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary. And the month after, she started complaining of some pain. And within a week and a half, she was diagnosed with stage 2 cancer. And so we just went from a world, I've been adjusted as a chiropractic patient because of my grandfather since I was 2 days old. So this is the norm for us. This is eat right, use the sun. We'll go into some more of this, but using the sun, using the earth's energy, water, food, breathing is so important. But and igniting the nervous system through adjusting so that the body heals itself. Well, now I just went from that world to the oncology world. So we find ourselves sitting in front of oncologists doing interviews, and I'm going, what is cancer?